Konica Minolta, very much part of Mediaport and have been for a dozen years now. They always seem to have a solution for something. If I ring up and say, this is where the business is going, or they get in touch with us and say, how things, not I've got a new product, or you're running out on this one, or you're using that one too much. It's right, where are you? What are you trying to do? And I've been to the new centre. I found out something they do that I didn't know. We've built a new system to manage one of our contracts. It links perfectly with that, and we're going to now have a new flow. So there'll be no touch points at all from the client all the way through to it coming out. So they're always there. They always have an answer to something. That's why we deal with Konica Minolta. It works.
The lovely thing for me is everybody can talk a good game. The proof point comes in delivering the service, and I think the reason we have got customers is that honesty, that transparency. All manufacturers will have challenges, all manufacturers will have problems. What we try and do is front them up and work them through together, and the customers that are receptive to that, I think, are the ones that stay loyal and work with us for years. And I think that ethos will be whatever product, service or solution you buy from Konica Minolta, it will go throughout the whole company. You have to ask the questions to identify the problems that the customer faces, because if you understand their problems, you can add value. We're blessed to have customers like Scott, because what Scott does is Scott believes in a partnership, not a transactional or trading relationship, and that's our ethos throughout the entire company. That is embodied by every single person I know that works at Konica Minolta. It talks about partnership and must win and being honest with your customers. What excites us is we've historically been very good in the production space. We typically deliver the numbers that we commit to our parent company. We add value to the clients, but we've often done it at the lower end of the market. We're now moving through that into the higher end of the market, into, we term it industrial print, but it's really the high end of commercial print, into the labelling, into the packaging, into the embellishing and foiling market. We solve more problems, we add more value. And again, I'll go back to what I've just said. It starts off by the questions that we ask, because we don't know where we can add value, and we don't want to tell the customer where we add value, because it might be that we can't. So we ask them questions about their business, and sometimes you talk to the customer about the challenges they face. You may have a solution that they're not aware of. And that comes from dialogue and it comes from interaction, and that's the partnership, because you're not selling the customer a dream and a vision, and if you do and they invest in it and it doesn't work, then you're partly responsible. What you're asking them is where they're going, what challenges they face, and if you've got something that can deliver value, then they benefit from it, and that strengthens the partnership, and then it becomes circular.
We have a history with Konica Minolta. That's fantastic. We know they are. We were already talking about a second machine. We bought presses off them, 10, 12 years ago. Been very good. The support has been fantastic. And they allowed us to do new things. So this press that we're buying is probably the next level up than we thought we were going to buy. They put a package together that makes it work for us, but it's opening doors for us, or also allowing us to do the work we currently do in a completely different way. So it was an absolute no-brainer when we saw that and thought, really? We can do this? It's going to change the business, because the things that we're trying to do next, we want to change the business model. So at the moment, everybody's an end user. We don't deal with agencies. We don't sit in the middle of the long queue of people. We deal with end users. What we want to do over the next 3 years is take half the business. We want to double it again. We've doubled it in the last 4 years. We want to take half our business and become online, because it's shown us over a long period of time, as long as you've got lots of products, you're less likely to feel a hit when things are slowing down. So a lot of the general print guys, certainly in Aylesbury, where we are, have disappeared over the years. We're so diverse that we have missed all those bumps in the road and carried on growing. So yeah, they're ready for us. They know what we want to do next, and yeah, they've got solutions for it, which is great. Konica Minolta have allowed us to do more and do what we do better. We bought a bit of kit that does the job we need better than we were doing before, and that's perfect for us.
In Konica Minolta, certainly over the last 4 or 5 years since I've been in role, the alignment piece globally, regionally and locally has accelerated beyond anything I'd seen before in an OEM. The difference is empowerment. We are definitely focused on delivering at a local level, but that flows all the way down from Tokyo headquarters into our European headquarters, into a local territory, into our teams in the UK. It is empowerment that the people at the point of need have the trust, the autonomy to respond to what the customer's needs actually are. I see the team members and the way they truly behave, not when someone's watching them. It's like, how are they going about the job? They're going about the job because they know they're trusted to be themselves. They know the problem we're trying to solve better than anybody else up the hierarchy, or in the organisation that's a little bit more distant to the customer's particular business need. And they're empowered to make those decisions, work with the teams to know what the answer is for the customer and deliver it. The environment, the world we're living in has been very different than it was 5 years ago. You know, the challenges of our customers are different, and therefore the way you solve their problems needs to be different, whether that be in initiating, understanding a business problem or challenge, all the way through to how do we make sure this goes from being something we think we can help them with to actually delivering value to them as a customer. And not only does it deliver value for the thing that it started at, but for the foreseeable future in their business, i.e. they found a partner that they don't feel they need to look beyond because it's a true partnership.
Small businesses, certainly businesses our size and relatively small print rooms, the ability to be, we've set the business up so that each person within the business can do 2 or 3 machines at the same time. The workflow for us is fantastic for that. We trust Konica Minolta's technology. As I said before, our guys know how to change parts, our guys know how to recognize things. The IQ thing's interesting. Again, we never thought we needed it, but my word, the backup, the fact that it's checking stuff on the fly, our guys are now released. We're running much bigger jobs now and having no fears at all about what's going to be out the end. So there are no issues. And it is really strange for the team to get to that point where we're looking around going, this is very easy. This is very, very easy. So they concentrate on other things. So that side of things has been fantastic. 12,000's not only increased the speed and the productivity that we're doing throughout the business, the weight of the board that we can now use. So we've done some tests. We bought a velo blade. We've done some tests on folding box board. We've sampled some things, shown some clients, and they bought instantly. And we're like, okay, this is an interesting little market. And now this machine does the heavier weight board for us. The long sheet facility means that instead of doing 4 A5s together, we're doing 6. But when we go to the velo blade and we're doing door hangers for hotels, we're now filling a longer sheet up. So every time the velo picks up a sheet and registers where it is, I'm now getting 30% more work out every time it picks a sheet up. The cutting time's really quick on it, but it's that managing a paper in and out all the time that's the slow part. So we're doing less sheets, we're doing less cut. It's brilliant. It's done what we do now, just so much better.